Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob. This video we're going to continue the March to the King series, and this week we're going to rewind review Godzilla vs. Mothra, The Battle for Earth. Okay guys, welcome back. So Godzilla vs. Mothra, The Battle for Earth. As I told you guys, I did find a place to stream it so I could watch it. My daughter, being the lovely little girl that she is very helpful. And she has this thing now that she likes to take the DVDs out and give them to me. And so she took that one out the other day after I watched Ghidorah so she could watch one of her Disney movies, and she accidentally cracked it. But I got to watch it, and as a refresher, and I gotta say, I don't remember it being as good as it was. I really enjoyed this one, and mainly the battle scenes. It was great to see, obviously, Akira Takarada. That guy, God bless him, huh? I mean, this movie was made in the early '90s, but boy, he doesn't look very different now, does he? Man, does he age good? There's some people at my age, they look like they've been born since the bicentennial. This guy is fucking ageless, man. He looks good. So it's gonna be interesting to see him in the movie in May. That's gonna be awesome. So this is obviously Mothra is a very, very popular kaiju. Has her own movie series, which I do plan on reviewing sometime in the very near future. And the comet hits the water, okay? Wakes up Godzilla. Battra takes down a mountain that the egg from Mothra was hiding. I mean, a lot happened. And, this movie it was a very, very interesting triangle of monsters, because first you have Godzilla running into Mothra in the water. She pops out of her shell. He blasts her. She runs away. She comes up from behind him, starts biting his tail. He whips her out. And not for nothing, when Mothra gets tossed in her larva form, it's hilarious. It is so funny. I can't help but die laughing. So as they're fighting, here comes Battra, who is a very interesting design, but I can't help every time I see Battra's face. And if there's any kids watching this and parents with them, please take them away now. Okay? But every time I see Battra's face, it looks like a mutated vagina. And it really does. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so Battra shows up, does a battering ram on Mothra, and then starts firing projectiles at Godzilla. Godzilla fires back. I mean, it's just a battle royal of worms, earthworms, and Godzilla. And Mothra takes off and runs away. She's always a smart one. Godzilla and Battra duke it out underneath the water, where they fight and this and that, and he does his famous tail slam and this, and crack open the earth, and they fall through. So here are the little twins, or in this movie, the Cosmos. Now you would think, and I gotta say this, you would think after so many years they'd get these girls a dollhouse or something. I mean, boy, you want to talk about bad treatment? They put them in baskets and then they lock it. I mean, get them a dollhouse or something. Something they could sit in and relax. Practice the Mothra song or something while looking in the mirror and brushing their hair. They got to sit in a fucking box. And then they're supposed to be the Cosmos. Like, they can't get out? You could sing Mothra to burst out of a shell, or sing her power, but you can't come out of a damn box? I don't know. I just had to mention that. It just bothers me for some reason. And the storyline is basically that Mothra and Battra fought many, many years ago. The Earth created Battra. Battra turned on the Earth, destroyed civilization, because civilization at that time was very advanced. They tried to build a weather machine, and they paid the price. So after all is said and done, Battra, Mothra, and Godzilla meet in the city for dinner. And they have a little disagreement. So they're all fighting. But then something weird happens. After Mothra and Godzilla are fighting for a while, they're duking it out, and Mothra's, giving it to Godzilla, and he does his little body pulse, I want to call it. I don't know what the exact name you give it. Battra shows up, starts shooting down Godzilla. Then they have a fight. Then Mothra, who seems to be the only kaiju in the Godzilla universe that has a voice of reason, sits down next to Battra and says, hey, look, I know we've had our disagreements, but we really need to come together right now and take it to this big guy here, because you know what? We're going to get our asses handed to us if we just all fight each other. Look, he didn't pick up the tab, okay? He didn't pick up the tab. I think it's only fair that we all pay for our own meals. He always does this. He always does. Anyway, so they have their conversation. Next thing you know, Godzilla gets tag teamed. And he's really the innocent one in this movie. He was sleeping. He got woken up. And you know Godzilla, you know how he is when he wakes up. He doesn't have his coffee. He doesn't have his bacon, egg, and cheese. And he goes on a rampage. If somebody in all these movies would just figure out the fucking guy just wants a coffee, just get him a huge thing of Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and it's all good. But no, they start blasting him with electricity and lightning and all this other shit. So, but no, in all joking aside, it was a great fight. It was really good. I liked how they were circling Godzilla. He just goes like this, blast one, blast the other. But, he was overwhelmed. I mean, these are very mythical creatures, very powerful. Eventually, they get him on his back, and they climb on top of him, and they lift him up. Battra, and again, Mothra being the smart one, says, you know what, go ahead, I'll grab the tail. And Mothra grabs the tail. Battra grabs the upper body of Godzilla, gets bitten, gets blasted, and then what does Mothra do? Bye, suckers, dumps them both into the water, and flies off into the sunset with her anthem, Mothra, Mothra. And she's the smart one. She's always the smart one. She can talk. She's very good. She should be a lawyer. Mothra should be a lawyer. If Mothra was a lawyer, I would want her representing me. I got to tell you that right now. It's just she convinces her enemy to fight her other enemy, suckers her enemy into grabbing Godzilla around the face area, because she knows Godzilla's going to blast and chew him, then waits till Battra's dead and dumps both the bodies in the water and takes off. And she's a hero. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. Overall, I did like the movie. I thought the fight scenes were great. The story was, as usual, it was mediocre at best. It's the whole theme thing about people ruining the world, and that seems to be the constant theme. But I thought the fights were great. The fight in the water, the first initial one where they all meet, I thought was awesome. The fight in the city was great. There's this one scene where the building topples over on top of Godzilla, and that was great. It was a great fight scene, and it was overall a very entertaining movie. I don't remember it being as entertaining as I thought as it was when I watched it, but it was very good. It was very good, all jokes aside. So that's it for this Rewind review this week. We are going to be taking 2 weeks off from the Godzilla marathon. We're going to catch up with some other kaiju films. As I said, I want to do some Mothra and, a couple of other movies that I kind of have up my sleeve that I might want to review, or if there's anything that you guys might want me to check out and review, I'll be more than happy to do that. But when we do get back to the franchise, we're going to be doing Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. We're going to pick up on that one 2 weeks from today. And the reason I'm taking a little break in between is because originally when I timed it out, I was off a couple of weeks. So I want to make sure that when we get to the week where the Godzilla movie is being released, my plan that week is to do Godzilla raids again on Wednesday before that Friday. And then Thursday night, the eve of the release of the movie, I want to do the 1954 Gojira, and that'll be the final review in this marathon. And then, of course, Friday afternoon, you can expect my Godzilla 2014 review. I've already have it planned out. I have my babysitter coming in the morning. I'm going to catch the first showing at the theater, and as soon as I get back from the theater, I'm going to do my review. And then possibly a live stream that following Monday night. Give the whole weekend some time for everybody to watch the movie and catch up. And we'll have a nice discussion. Those are my plans. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.